If you see, diseconomies is that when you want to expand to the next level, when you want to increase your output, but you cannot reduce your cost of production. In that situation, it is known as diseconomies of scale. So you want to expand, you are already running a business and you want to go to the grow further, and you want to expand your production. So in such situation, if you are not, if it is not possible for you to reduce your cost of production, it keeps on increasing. Okay, so the raw material that you purchase or the labor you engage for your production, everything, their wages rate, everything, if it starts to increase, no, your input cost automatically, total cost of production will get increased, and this will reduce your profit, everything. Okay, so that is known as diseconomies of scale. So again, here also you will be having internal diseconomies and external diseconomies actually. So internal, external, as we discussed, internal means within the firm control. It is like that. So if the firm alone, if they want to expand, if they are thinking in that manner, and if the cost of production of that firm is keep on increasing whenever they want to expand, no, if it is keep on increasing, then so that situation is known as internal diseconomies. External diseconomies means industry. Okay, so industry itself, it is posing some threat to that particular firm or many firms, like increase in cost of production, and then if they want to expand also, if the cost of production is keep on increasing, then that is known as external diseconomies. Due to what all these situations means, as we discussed there, what all the benefits because of expanding, that same thing can be considered as a threat also for that particular firm or for that particular industry under that operating many firms. So if you see means labor, so control over the labor, can it is very difficult for them to supervise. When I'm in a small scale level business where I am going to produce less number of units of output means, then there, no, I can easily control those who are there under me. I can easily take care of them and find out what all the things they are giving a regular output, how much they are giving, everything I can see there. I can easily monitor and supervise those employees. But whenever I start to expand further, many departments, division sections are going on, then the hierarchy level, you know, many people will work under him many people. So like this, if it's going as a chain, then it is very difficult to control, have a control over them, and decision making sometimes it will be very difficult for them to do. So all those practical difficulties are there, which we have to go withstand, and which we should come out of that. Then only we can increase our output and reduce the cost of production. When your labor force is not working properly and you cannot have ultimate control over them, then how to expand your output or how to reduce the cost of production? Then unnecessary waste and damages, defects, everything will come into uh, picture. Okay, so labor diseconomies and division of labor, sometimes, no, your workforce, while doing the same similar task, he will get specialized, but sometimes he may get boredom, and like if proper motivation is not given, or proper package is not there, salary hike, everything, no, promotions, all those things, so he may get disappointed, or he may lose his job satisfaction, or whenever he moves from one company to other, so there whatever I spent on training, hiring, training, everything, whatever, everything, it increases cost again. If they demand higher wages and salary also, then again it will increase my cost of production. Okay, so like this, difficulties may be faced by that particular firm. So we are speaking only about that particular firm's action. Because of that, if they if while raising their output, if the cost of production is also simultaneously getting raised, then that is known as internal diseconomies. So managerial problem, same way if they when you are growing further and further, if you are diversifying your business. Okay, so diversification can be considered as a profit, also can be considered as a threat also. So diversification is that if one business, particular product, if you are dealing with, so that product, it is facing lower sales or something, lower profit, you can diversify, you can concentrate on other products, and you can sustain that situation. So diversification is required, but even then certain times diversification will impose a threat also. So you cannot focus on a particular area, so or you cannot have a control over on that business. And managerial, if they are efficient enough to do so, they can withstand. But if they are not in a manner to supervise and control the employees, or the properly, if they cannot maintain their resources whatever they have, then it will increase their input cost. Then it will whatever, if you want to expand also, your cost of production, it keeps on getting accumulated there. So both as a benefit as well as a cost, you can think these aspects. Okay, so technical difficulties. Okay, so I have to upgrade, keep on I have to adapt myself to the latest technology, then only I can reduce my cost of production. If I want to grow further and further, then there again I have to have a separate own R&D unit, like that. Then employees also must be much skilled and efficient, then only I can cope up with that and reduce my cost of production. If not, my cost of production, it will keep on getting raised only. So these are the practical difficulties that we will face while growing or expanding our output. So the ultimate aim is to gain profit, maximize your profit and minimize your cost of production. But at certain situations you can get, so while increasing your output you can reduce your cost of production. But certain situation, if labor is demanding higher wages, then you have to even if it is like a big factory, then the working conditions, everything has to be improved, right? So which I cannot adapt for a small scale level business, that same environment I cannot adapt for a large scale level business. So I have to adapt certain policies, government rules and regulations, everything I have to follow. uh, and the basic infrastructure must be there, working conditions has to be improved, and separate training, everything I have to incur certain cost. Then only I can improve my business or improve my output. So this like this you might come across certain difficulties or the disadvantage you can face while increasing your output. And at the meanwhile, your cost may get increased at certain situations. Okay, so government tax systems, that also can the subsidies they grant, if they grant towards a particular firm or a particular industry, they can get benefit out of that. Okay, but at the same time, if the government, in order to stick to a certain area or a certain industry, because the production and consumption of that will become harmful for the consumers, or it may affect the general health of the public, if they think about that, they may restrict that such kind of production. So they impose huge tariff, tax, all those things, and they may restrict that. In such a case, to survive or increase your output level, it will surely it will become a difficulty for that firm. Okay, so internal diseconomies is that only that firms have action because of that, within that control of that company. So particularly the managerial labor, because of that, if I'm going to face any problem or difficulty there, due to that my cost of production it is keep on increasing means, then that is internal diseconomies. External diseconomies, as we discussed now, government they may be liberal at certain industries, policies, regulations, legislations, everything will be liberal towards certain industries, certain firm. But certain other industries, one which is harmful, or if they are discharging lot of chemical waste, if they want to control the production of that or close that industry, then they will be imposing huge tariff and tax, all those that. So subsidies, that grants will not be available for that firm. So like this, the because of the industry, all other firms, if they are facing some practical difficulty, then that is known as diseconomies, in external diseconomies. So it can be the scarcity of raw material. Okay, so as we discussed in the economies, external economies, that raw material, if it many suppliers will be there, raw material at cheaper cost can be availed by the all the firms. So this we discussed as a positive aspect there. But the same thing here, sometimes no, when many competitors or there many firms are operating under single industry, then the scarcity may arise. Okay, so scarcity means very limited resources or raw material may be available there. So if all people are started to demand, okay, so for any of the input, either food ingredients, manufacturing ingredients or something. Okay, so then that basic raw material cost will increase here whenever scarcity arises. So the input cost may get increased, factor prices may increase at that situation. Okay, so then it is difficult for them. Okay, so like this, the firm may get a benefit, as well as it will become a drawback for them when many firms are operating. When industry undergoes some recession period, then other firms operating under that industry, they have to change to other business, like that. They have to find out some alternatives. Then only they can go ahead. Okay, so or else it will become a loss for that firm. So like this, they may come across certain problems even due to the industry. The industry means many firms are there. Due to many firms, no, competition will get increased. Okay, I may not gain a competitive advantage. Okay, so like this, market share, capturing market share, it will become difficult for me to withstand for long run. To create a brand image in the midst of public customers, everything will become difficult there. So you can say that negative externality also. Negative externality means what? Some cost you are going to pose to the society. Okay, so because of industry's action here, you are going to it is going to be a positive also. If industry is growing, the firm also will grow. Okay, but in the same way, if the industry is moving towards a recession period, all those things, no, economy, if it is moving to a recession condition, industry, everything, because of that, other firms may also get affected. Okay, so like this, you may find a certain draw to the industry's action, the whole entire community, that firm is going to get affected. So this is known as diseconomies of scale. So diseconomies of scale means where you want to expand, you are having it in your mind. But if you want to expand means, your cost of production should get reduced here. But if it is keep on increasing means, due to these inefficiencies and problems or the difficulties, then it is considered as diseconomies of scale.